Welcome back, everybody. Today is Monday, July 28th, and I decided to take the day off because I'm really tired from the weekend. I need a weekend for the weekend. Yeah, so my sister came over, my niece and her friend came over, and we got to hang out, talk about our trip to Japan, but also myself and my sister were the two that were left, and we played Monopoly. So this is a lot of fun. You can see me right here. I, of course, ended up getting really lucky, and I ended up getting the two brown properties at the very beginning of the Monopoly board. I assembled my hotels and I won the game. That's basically that's how it turned out. Because there's just two of us, I had no reason to trade, and since I have the hotels, I basically won the game at that point. My sister got really unlucky because she kept hitting the money tree and wheel of excitement. And because of that, she wasn't able to buy properties. I did not turn this picture, but it says you are overheard talking about a place that doesn't exist. Jelly World, ha, go to jail, go directly to jail, do not pass go, do not collect 200. As mentioned before, I don't like how the properties are all listed out. As you can see, like the very beginning, the two properties under Brown are Neopets Central and Dacardia. I don't know how they came about the grouping of these different properties, but I did not like that. Outside of that, though, a pretty fun game. I did not realize that you can see right here that Brown, Dacardia, and Neopia Central. It's kind of neat because you flip it over and you get like actual pictures of these different ones. But if you're just staring at the picture here, it's kind of hard to remember which color they align to, as mentioned before, just because they're not grouped up in any way that I could figure out easily. That's why. So that's why I didn't like it. Because you can see over here, here's the green Virtue Pet Space Station, Moltara, and Credular. Actually, that kind of works out. But for Park Place and Boardwalk, you have Faerieland and Altador. And I don't know if I really like that. But outside of that, really fun game. Today, final day for Donation Dome Prize Shop. Today is the final day to participate in Tales of the Dacardia Donation Dome as part of the current in-app event. This includes the shop, which will not stay open after the event ends. At the end of the day today, the prize shop will permanently close and any used Krabby Chips will be forfeited. So do not forget to do this. This is your chance to cash in on these wonderful things. I think the funniest part about all this is this Bomberry Elixir. The one that is priced at 110 chips is the best thing that you could get from the shop. Like when you think about Neo points wise, because there's actual some usage for it. There's like people will just use it. Yeah, it's your most efficient one to get. It only costs you 110 to get 117,000. So 1,063 Neo points per Krabby Chip. So that absolutely should be the one thing that you buy. If you only have enough points or one thing, feel free to get it. But you can go down this list, and I went through. I got wearables, I got books, I got the stamp, I got the pirate cutlass, I got some Battledome stuff outside of that, and I got this pirate drake egg. Yeah, so I went with that one as well because it was only 140 Krabby Chips. Makes a whole lot of sense. Now, this one was interesting, but moving on here. Oh, by the way, I did not turn in the code yet for the Monopoly. I just haven't had time to do that. Neopets at San Diego Comic Con, as my last video talked about, it was interesting because of the stamps, the different exclusive items that they are giving out. And I just read down below here and I'm like, I'm always amazed at the comments, agreeing with people disappointed with the fact the site has become a cash grab only now. I get it, they need money, but people would be less complaining less if there's actual work put into it, the site itself. I mean, there's still stuff they're doing because we are getting the plot back. And depending on how many changes actually happen to that, we'll be like, oh, okay, so I guess that's what they've been doing. I don't agree with the fact that people keep saying that nothing is happening with this site. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not being worked on. That is it. And then the other thing I found it really funny was the fact that everybody keeps talking about these USBs and like it's all about nostalgia. That's why there's a USB, and I'm like, I wonder. I hear USB. I guess you could put a document with your account recovery info on the USB and keep that by your door in case there was a fire or flood or you can't save your computer. I must be the only guy in the world that still uses a USB. I'm like, I still use this thing. It's right beside me right now. I'm like, I move pictures around. I know you could use the cloud, but some people don't want certain things out there in the cloud. I mean, at the same time, with my old computers, as mentioned before, I have a budget, and the budget is upstairs on this other computer. It has Microsoft Office on it, which, if you do not know, like they've gone to a more monthly, annual type program. Upstairs, where I actually have my budget, the best part about it is I have the version where you get to keep it forever. So that's why I still have it up there. I have the Microsoft Office up there. I do that. If I need the file, I move it, I make a copy of it and move it here downstairs. But I like having that there because since I can't connect it to the internet just because it's the old Windows and it gets no more security updates, I can turn it on, and in that way everything's safe on it because it's never going to connect to the internet ever again. And if I need anything off of it, I could just transfer it via USB. So I guess I don't know. I don't know what other people do with their old computers, unless you can still continue using it, which is probably not a good thing. Why aren't there any Lupe stuff? It's always Shoru, Kachi, Akara, Aisha. I think that's just because they go with the stuff that sells most consistently, and then once they have a base of money or an idea if it'll actually sell, then they'll branch out. I think that's how that actually works. But that is just my guess on all of it. So, yeah, hopefully you all had a wonderful weekend as well. Over here, interesting enough, I ended up doing all of my not my all my quests, but here's my normal quest. I got a Code Stone, Slorg, Blaster, whatever that is, and then over here on the Neopets side, Sticky Snowflake Stamp, and that's what I actually had up on the Super Shot Wizard. Take a look at this. I'm like, I still go back and think about what they said about that super neg to preserve the economy. I'm like, what are you talking about? You have a sticky snowflake stamp here for 40,000. You continually, just deflate this sucker. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why you were so concerned about the super neg when you have stuff like this sticky snowflake stamp that you continue just to smash into the ground. Right there it is, 40,000 Neo points. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. I got a charm stamp too. I didn't look this up. Yeah, let me take a quick peek at this one. Let's see. Let's see. 22,000. Yeah. Yeah, nice. Yeah, let's talk about the economy on certain items. It's almost as if I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist. I don't want to put my tinfoil hat on my day off, but I will. I will because it's my day off and I can do whatever I want. Yeah, when you think about when people started saying that there's reasons why certain people in TNT probably don't want to enforce things, like going back to my last video about selling stuff. I have no idea. I'm not saying anybody's doing this. If you want to go tinfoil hat here, maybe they preserve the value of the super neg because there's a black market out there for real money where no one really cares about the sticky snowflake stamp. So we just need to put an item out here that people feel like it's worth trying to get. There it is. There it is. I don't know. I don't know if that's true, but when when stuff like this aligns, when you start seeing what they say, what you see out there in the world, and just put it all together, right? Let me bring out like a little whiteboard and connect the dots. Put little pictures up and connect the dots. What does that tell you when we continue to have items drop, but then other items for whatever reason keeps their prices? They want to really keep their prices up. I'm not sure, but my mind changed a lot after I saw, what I saw out on that website last week. Okay, oh, look at this. I'm at 299 million and 743,527. Yeah, it's nice. I need to get some Neo points out to start my day. And there we go. But outside of all that, I don't know if I have too much else to talk about. I mean, that Monopoly, I will say again one more time, that tin on that Monopoly, really, really nice. It was big for sure. And now I feel like I have to treat it very nicely so stuff doesn't like sit on top of it and crush it. But overall, I enjoyed that Monopoly board at 70 something dollars. Do I have any regrets about it? No. I have zero regrets about it. Yeah. Do I think the stamp and the avatar is already out there? People can, just trade that case around. When it comes to the stamp, do I think again, will they put it out? Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Oh, I lost. Brute Squad won. Junk. Sexual junk. Yeah, but I honestly believe 100% that they will put that stamp out in some form. I mean, look what they're doing to all the other items. So I would not fret about it. I think the more annoying part is the fact that you still have the Comic Con conventions and all that stuff that it's really exclusive and there's only certain people that can do it. Again, if I were to be one of those people with a tinfoil hat and you realize how much people are selling this stuff for and it's limited to, people that attend that convention, what do you think? What do you think? Yeah, yeah, that's where you go all tinfoily on me. But I don't want to think about those things. Why? Because I just want to try to have fun on the site. I don't need to have that extra thought about some people doing shady stuff on the site that I love. That's it. That's all. But I think that's where I'm gonna end today. Short and sweet, but I hope you all have a good day traveling through Neopets. Don't forget, one last time to do this. Final day for Donation Dome Prize shop. I don't think there's anything crazy on this shop, right? Like when I take a look here, there's nothing like if I missed it, if I didn't turn my points in, I would be mildly annoyed. And then I'd probably forget about it in a couple days. I don't know if this event is actually over to this Battledome thing. I really, I was about to say, uh, maybe it's better if it just kind of ends. I'm kind of tired of doing this donation dome, but it gives you something to look forward to, I guess, get points and all that stuff. Outside of that, like you're actually doing stuff. You're gathering materials, you're making stuff, and then you're using it. And the calendar is really nice. But I think it'd just be nice to progress the story. Like let's get to level 4 on Dacardia. That would be very nice. That'd be nice. Yeah. But that's everything. Let me know your thoughts. I will see y'all later. Bye.